Welcome. Graphics are killing it again. What's up, Jer? How you doing today?
What up, man?
Man, we got a show today. We got a lot to cram in a very little bit of time. Got like 3 guests lined up. But before we kick everybody in, let's get into the blitz. Let's break through the week 11. Let's see what's going on. You got them scores for me, brother?
Yeah, so Thursday night, New England took care of your Falcons, your buddies over there in Atlanta.
25-0.
Wiped them. Yeah, went crazy there. And then next up, Baltimore came back against the Bears with the
Rodzilla,
with the entire stadium chanting to fire Matt Nagy.
Dude, they were going off on him at his son's playoff game. I really didn't have to say son's playoff game. I could have just said playoff game, and you'd have known he was watching high school football.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley come in for the sick Lamar Jackson and led him back to a victory. Detroit.
Tyler Huntley victory. Yeah.
Detroit came and still wasn't able to pull it off. Baker left the field extremely ticked off. So we'll see how that story unfolds in Cleveland, but the Lions still winless. Maybe they'll get it done against the Bears this week going into Thanksgiving, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know it's bad when they say a tie is better than a loss.
Yeah.
They bragged on that one.
Yeah, Tennessee goes and lays an egg against Houston.
What's going on with this? The league is crazy lately.
I have no clue what happened there. I mean, they tried to lose that game. I watched most of it, and it was like they would have a drive, and then they turn the ball over on the goal line. And it was just they were literally almost trying to lose the game, and it still was only a 1-score game, or well, I guess 2 technically, but 22-13. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, you like that?
I love that.
You like that,
Rod? You like that?
Man, I do not like. Yeah, I like that, but I can't stand Kirk Cousins, bro.
Dude, you gotta like that.
Dude.
Comes back, drives down the field, and takes it to Aaron.
I just want to punch somebody every time I see that dude, bro.
34-31 with the game
but
winner.
I love it this week.
He's one of my favorite players this week.
Oh, yeah.
Miami on a 3-game win streak goes and faces Joe Flacco with the Jets.
We're not talking D3 football, man.
Hey, man, they got the victory 24-17. Philadelphia took care of the Saints in what I thought was a little shocking.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Everybody in the NFC South lost.
The Eagles ran all over the Taints.
I did not think that was going to be as lopsided of a game as it was.
I don't think anybody did.
Their halfbacks averaged over 5 yards a carry. Jordan Howard 5.9, and Miles Sanders at 6.3 yards per carry.
40-29. Your arch nemesis Taylor Heineke.
Shut up.
Came in and battled it out with Cam, and I literally thought that Cam was going to have a big game and beat Washington, but Washington came back and won it 27-21.
Dude, I told you last week, or actually Sunday.
You also told me that the Bucs were going to walk all over Washington.
I told you Sunday.
And then you had to cancel the show because you didn't want to talk about it.
Right. Yeah. Nobody had COVID. We're not going to – I mean, Cam Newton was a great quarterback. Cam Newton was the leader of that team. Cam Newton was, but Cam Newton ain't.
Not anymore.
Man.
Washington.
Keep going.
Okay.
Taylor Heineke.
Shut up.
The Bengals got back on their feet against Las Vegas. They looked like they're back to their somewhat winning ways, playing the way that we had saw them before, 32-13. Kansas City, I mean, they played the Cowboys, so
it almost like Tony Romo was playing again.
Yeah.
2 turnovers, no TDs. 2 turnovers, no TDs.
Yeah.
Pollard went off, proved that he's their lead back. But Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know if he's still trying to figure out the Campbell soup recipe or what. I mean, not going to start playing like that.
Cowboys will always let you down. Arizona. Again, half the team is still out. Colt McCoy, 328 yards.
Is
goes
it good?
Into Seattle for the second year in a row.
Is that good coaching?
I mean, next man up. And they're
getting literally
23-13. I mean, it ain't a blowout, but they're still getting the victory even with their main guys down.
Still a dub.
Dude,
the Chargers. The Chargers took care of Pittsburgh 41-37 in a shootout, which a ton of people are mad that they didn't get to 80 points total.
Oh, yeah.
Purposes.
Oh, wow.
But
and then, you had the best team in the NFC, the Niners.
The Bucs?
Take on Jacksonville.
You could have hit the mute button right after he said the best team in football. You should have hit the mute button.
Just wiped the floor with them, 30-10.
They should have.
Well, yeah, but still, set a historic drive, 18-play drive to open the game. Took almost the entire first quarter.
It only took the Bucs 7 plays to score. I'm just saying, you can brag about taking forever to score, but it's,
hey man,
whatever.
Controlling the game. Then you got your Colts.
Who?
Shockingly.
Who do you got?
Shockingly. Went into Buffalo and just destroyed the Bills. The Bills.
Look at this.
It's Rey Mysterio.
We have Colt Fan of the Year.
And Baby Ray.
Yeah.
Lucha Blue and Lil Wee.
Took care of business, baby.
What are you guys feeding Jonathan Taylor down there, or over there, I should say?
Some meat.
Oh.
He was eating for sure.
He definitely was eating. He's been eating. He's going to continue to eat.
Till Sunday. But
until Sunday, bro.
Man, we're excited to have you on. Thank you for stopping with us. Almost like a Dungy Bowl next week. So,
yes, sir.
Ain't it?
Wanted to pop you on here, let you give us your thoughts on this week's Colts game.
My thoughts is a win.
Yeah. No, not not against the Bucs. That was a funny joke. I'm talking about your thoughts against your last week's game. I mean, they look good.
Game, hey, you know what? We owed them that one from last year, taking us out of the playoffs. Taking us out of the playoff hunt, man. That we owed them that one. And if you guys could just see Frank Reich's celebration after in the locker room, how much that meant to that team, how much that meant to him. That if that don't fuel our team, I don't know what will. But it was an awesome speech, awesome game by Taylor, just showing what he's made of, and just a full team effort all around, man. I mean, we took Josh Allen out of his game early, and he never looked back.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you remember the speech?
Do I remember it?
Yeah.
Dang, did that feel so good? And he embraced it, and he just gave thanks to everybody. It was like a full team effort, man. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what they said before that game, but they went out there and they took care of business. And they always doubt my Colts, man, but we always find a way.
Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, now that you remember it, you ain't gonna hear it again this week.
I got it saved on my page, so I'll be reminding everybody.
Dude, Jonathan Taylor ran himself in the MVP race last week. So
Oh yeah, most
I
definitely.
picked the Bills.
For sure,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie. I thought
Everyone picked the
were gonna
Bills.
Take it.
we have a Sunday morning show, and literally,
Not everyone picked the Bills.
oh, I mean, on the Cruise NFC roundtable, we do a pick six, and we all pick 6 teams, and it's like,
Well, it looks like I'm 1 week too late
right?
That's what's up.
because
So-
I would have been all over that one.
Yeah, dude. I didn't see that coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. But,
I mean, after they tanked on when who just beat upset Buffalo? Was it
Houston.
Houston? After
Yeah.
Houston beat them, you think
I thought they were gonna rebound and
they're
take it
gonna
to
come
the
in there and
Colts.
take care of business? I know Buffalo's a tough stadium, but
I thought they were gonna rebound and get back to their
Still
winning
shell
ways.
It definitely was a kill shot.
Yeah.
But I definitely, like Jerry said, I thought the Bills were going to come out and try to make a statement, and they made a statement. They shit the bed. Part of my language. Sorry, Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, that wasn't me. Hey, I'm still on the show. So if you get kicked off the show, guess who's taking over? No. Nah, but it's all good though. Yeah, but
he in the stadium.
Hey.
Trust me, he hear worse.
Jonathan Taylor is something to deal with. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. I'm anxious to see how they're gonna stop him.
Bro,
You know
stop
what,
everybody else, bro.
The Bucs been struggling. They've been struggling on defense.
dude? You don't even know the
they
half
got
of it.
Brady. They got Brady and some great offensive weapons, but we got a maniac, and we got some
We've been
really
we've been
good.
struggling against the pass. Not too much against the rush.
Still,
Well,
what do
what
you got?
hurts
To be fair, the
We'll
Bucs really
see.
haven't faced a super strong rushing team.
Here we go with that.
Anyway,
Have you guys been to the Lucas Oil Stadium when they're playing a tough team? You know how hard it is to win in Lucas Oil Stadium? You know how loud those fans are?
Isn't every team that they play a tough team for the Colts?
This year, man, I'll tell you that.
All except for this past week, right?
You know what? And we got a sore spot for Brady anyway. So I know I know we're gonna be coming for him. and Quiddy will get him. Quiddy will get him. Aren't you guys a little hurt on your O-line?
we did actually have an injury this week. We're going to get into that here in a little bit.
Well, they've actually been playing without a left tackle the entire season.
Yeah.
So,
And that's where we coming to the left.
yeah.
But man, Lucha, I'm going to kick you out here because we're going to get into Rodzilla's breakdown of the game last week. We'll drop you out. We'll pull you right back in for Know Your Enemy.
Yeah, come back.
There we go.
All right.
So, Rodzilla.
You want to throw up Rod's graphic?
Don't.
Pull it up real quick. But anyway, Rod, man, what are your thoughts on this game? It was pretty impressive. They finally
Yes,
looked
it
like
was. This was a very impressive game for the Buccaneers, even though the Giants aren't an impressive team, but this team has shown that it is capable of giving us problems. They have given us problems. The last 2 times we played them, they've given us problems. So this was a definitive win. We shouldn't have gave them those 7 points, but it is what it is.
5 yards scoring drive.
Yeah, 5 yard scoring drive to the tackle. So there you go. The only touchdowns to the left tackle. How about it? But on offense, the Buccaneers did what they wanted to do. If they played you deep, we took them shallow. When they played one single high, made them pay up top. It's like that's the way they're supposed to play. Fast, smart, and they did just that. And on defense wasn't too bad. Other than the first drive, defense was pretty good. They had decent pressure on the quarterback. Made him force some bad throws. Shout out to McClendon. Welcome back to the squad with the pick.
The only game where 2 players 300 plus scored touchdowns.
Well, got catches. McClendon
got catches, not touchdowns. Got catches. 2 players 300 plus. It's crazy.
Now imagine if Vito was playing, he had caught the ball. You know he was running back. I don't think they would tackle that. He wasn't that far from the end zone.
Is Evans hurt?
No.
You know what? I think he just had a cramp. So he came out for I think 1 or 2 plays. He came back in the game. So Mike Evans is doing okay.
The guy caught the ball and ran for negative yak.
No,
he did. He caught the ball and turned and ran backwards out of bounds.
Yeah, he was.
No, actually, he ran forward. Then he ran laterally. He did not run backwards.
2 yards. He lost 2 yards of yak on that play.
I don't know what game he was watching. Anyway, yeah, but Chris Godwin had a solid game. I think we need to see more of Joe Tryon-Shoyinka.
Yeah, he quietly had a good game.
When he was on the field, the few times he was on, he was fast. He was all over the quarterback. Even when he was blocked momentarily, it was like he doesn't give up. And just when you think he's out to play, you just see those white armbands come into play. That dude's gonna be a beast, bro. He almost got a sack. He almost got a sack lined up as defensive tackle on his first play. So that dude's a stud. They need to get him into the lineup a little bit more. I know JPP is the big money man, but needs to share a little bit more time or find some way to get that guy on the field, especially now since Vita's not there.
Well, that's where when we go into the next segment, we can cover that. But we have some good news coming up on the Vita Vea front, I have a feeling.
I think so, too, because he was out on the field before the game, warming up and doing some drills. I would not be surprised if he shows up, if we have a Vita sign.
I'm not saying that Bruce Arians talked him out of playing, but that's the report, is that Bruce Arians told him he wanted him healthy to go against Jonathan Taylor this week.
As of 4 hours ago, he should be able to play against Colts, according to the head coach.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll
see what Jonathan Taylor does.
Dude, the man's a stud.
Hey, we're going to have our Jonathan Taylor predictions later on this show, right?
Yes, sir.
Definitely sub 100.
But seriously, man, it was a great game finally for the Bucs. They didn't put it all together, but they started clicking. You know, it took them one game last year to start clicking, and then just started rolling. Hopefully, that's where we're at this year. But
it definitely was the first step going in the right direction.
Good news, right? Thursday's Thanksgiving, and I don't care.
You know what they need to do, and I saw it on the one of the sports networks, and I agree totally. They need to take the Detroit Lions off of Thanksgiving schedule, dude.
They need to
that's a wasted game. That's in my opinion.
Is this the first time that every team playing on Thanksgiving lost this week, the week before?
Oh, I'm sure it's not. I mean, you got the Lions and the Cowboys. I'm sure it's happened quite a bit.
It's just true.
But dude, Sunday, BUCCAHOLICS Armada II, Siege on Indy.
We will be in full force, and I'm gonna be right in their ear.
we will be leaving our house. If you're listening, make sure you write this down. Probably around 4:30 in the morning.
Sounds good.
So 4:30.
I'm glad you said that.
I mean,
but I got it marked down in the back of my head.
We're
Don't
be stinking up my truck.
Yeah. But anyway,
you just make sure you don't have anything to drink.
It's a bit early for the injury report. I mean, Bucs just played yesterday. Victory Tuesday. Rumors are swirling though. Scotty Miller, full practice. Antonio Brown is reported to be practicing this week. He was on the jugs machine running routes with Brady off the side of the field.
And he's vaccinated.
He is vaccinated. He will be back this week. That's the rumor. But once again, just a rumor. And then you got the behemoth in the middle. The big Samoan bodyguard. The big Samoan bouncer. Hopefully.
All I say, if those two guys come back, meaning Antonio Brown and Vita, the Indianapolis Colts doesn't stand a chance.
Nah.
Well, I take that back. My motto is:
I heard talk like this was going into the Washington game.
You have a chance as long as you're playing. That's my motto. The only team that can beat the Bucs tomorrow is the team that's playing them.
Yeah, usually how it works.
Yep.
so
they're in a chance. Yep, they're on the schedule.
We're gonna bring Eli back in the stream here. Lucha Blue. We're gonna.
I know he's probably upset with me.
Time to know your enemy.
You know, I never get tired of hearing the same sad song every time. Every time somebody come into my house, I hear the same thing. I'm gonna tell you something. Vita is a big difference. Antonio Brown is, but I'm gonna tell you right now. You come into that stadium, I don't care who we playing. It's not gonna be no. Brady's not gonna throw for 350 yards. That's not gonna happen. He'd be lucky he gets the field. Because we finna run that ball down their throat. We're gonna run it and run it and run it. So you might as well get you 2 beers. That way you can sit there and not make an excuse to go get another one. That way you got 2 beers and you can watch this running attack that's gonna happen.
Hey, brother.
I'm a taunt everybody sitting around me the whole game. I'm talking cash stuff the whole game.
I'm coming up there. Believe that. I'm coming up there.
Oh, he's sitting down on the sideline.
Oh, you on the sideline?
Yeah, Rod's hobnobbing this week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got too big of a family to be. I couldn't get them tickets. Down there when I came, but they wanted too much for them down there, man. I'm
just gonna be wearing all my Niner stuff, standing up like a search beacon, just turning around,
and you'll see them.
I'm gonna make sure security do a thorough search, install you as much as possible.
I got a 6-foot flag. You ain't gonna miss it.
So, Colts, if they run the ball, they control the clock. Does that play to their advantage? I mean,
you know what? I like this game for the simple fact that their strength and our strength are going to go head to head.
Yes,
that's right.
It's going to be good to see. We're going to see how it stacks up. We'll see what Mr. What's his name? What's Taylor? Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Don't act like you don't know who he is.
Taylor Thomas.
Don't act like you don't know who he is.
I didn't know you guys drafted Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
You don't know who he is Sunday.
I sure will.
But
me and him gonna be chopping it up on the sideline.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. The only one I'm really worried about on y'all team, and this might be a surprise to you, is Gronk. I'm worried about him because the Colts struggle against tight ends every game.
Don't worry.
I'll tell you who you don't have to worry about is OJ Howard.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him.
In the league, you're never going to see him.
Who's OJ Howard?
Exactly. We're asking the same question.
Good job.
So, what are your thoughts? I mean, what are your keys for the Colts to win this week?
Pretty much the same game plan. We got to get to Brady early. We got to get to him early. We got to when it's in Brady's history. When you get to him and fluster him up and get him out of his game early, he has a hard time coming back. But we got to get to him early. We got to control that clock. We got to use our weapon, and we definitely got our defense. Definitely got to get to him. We have to find a way to get to Brady, put him on his butt, man. Because believe me, Quiddy will put him on his butt.
How many dogs you got up front other than Quiddy?
We got a whole bunch of dogs up front.
That's all I ask. Hey, if you got to have 4, is all I got. You need 4 up front.
Look, D-Buck ain't no joke either, man. Y'all gonna put 2 on him anyway. Y'all gonna put 2 on him. You have to.
Nah, we don't have to do that.
Who gonna stop Buck on y'all team?
You know,
who gonna stop Buck?
Whoever's in front of him.
You two jawing like this, we might as well just skip this segment and jump right into what we got cooking here.
What we got cooking?
Who gets the nod? With this segment here, we're just gonna simply go position by position. We'll go offensive line, defensive line, since the Colts run a 4-3, Bucs run a 3-4, so we're gonna have to juggle some pieces around to have it make sense. But we're gonna kick it off same way we always kick it off.
Let's kick it off to the visitor.
Brady. Who gets the nod there? Who do you think gives their team the best chance to win there?
Who?
I got to go Brady. Bucs got the nod.
Kyle Trask.
I mean,
I'm
Rod?
telling you, Gronkowski played big to beat us.
Hey.
He's the only one that's going to beat us. Brady to Gronk. That's it.
No, I get you.
You make sure when we come back on next Tuesday that we have a 2-minute segment with this guy. Over here.
Yeah.
So,
it's going to be a silent segment because he can be like,
I don't stutter. Hey, I take mine on the chin, my man. Believe me, I taking many.
so we have two. But, so we, I mean, my opinion, Brady, I mean, every week we always do this, but we always go, Brady gets the nod. I mean, it's the truth, though. The man's ageless. I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he keeps doing it. So I honestly, I got to give the nod to Tom Brady there. Jerry, where are you leaning with this one?
Kyle Trask.
That's a Tom Brady. Russell or Rod? Russell's my buddy. Rod, where you got me going?
we're rolling with the GOAT. That's all you got to say. It's hard to put. There aren't many people you could put in front of Brady. So it's Brady.
Yeah.
And,
all right, moving on.
Lucha, where are you leaning with this?
Next?
Honestly, I mean, where do you think we're going with this one? Who gets the nod here? In your opinion? No, there's no wrong answer here, but
yeah, there's no wrong answer.
Brady or Wentz?
You asking me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
There's no one left.
Wentz can't turn the ball over. If he plays like he played this Sunday, we'll beat you.
What did he throw for? Like 185 yards this Sunday?
He didn't have to.
That's my point. I was just asking. I wasn't.
He didn't have to. But when he did, he was solid. He didn't turn it over. When he turns it over, that's when it's not good.
Yeah, the way this goes.
Hot potato stuff is got to go.
Yeah, we're just saying, like, imagine if you're like building a team, right? And your picks are Brady or Wentz. Like, who are you taking?
So
Wentz.
Okay. All right.
Brady's man. Brady's man.
You got to appreciate the loyalty.
We got history.
Now here we go. This one might be a little bit closer.
I got a fun fact. How many games has Brady beat us in a row already? He's 8 games in a row. He's beaten us on an 8-game winning streak.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Good stat to know.
That comes to an end Sunday.
We'll see what happens.
So we're gonna keep that Undertaker streak will be alive.
You
guys know the record for the Bucs. Our record for the Colts and Bucs. How many times we beat the Bucs? But without Brady.
Oh, I'm sure it's abysmal. Yeah, you had Peyton.
Yeah, 8-6.
You had Peyton with the biggest comeback in Colts history against the Bucs. But
actually, I'm on one of the few that didn't turn the TV off.
So we got Jonathan Taylor going against Leonard Fournette, and I got to go with Taylor here. Taylor gets the nod, in my opinion. He's I don't want to say he's a better back, but he fits their offense better. He's always a big play away. He's almost as if you combined Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. That's a feature back. That's my opinion. Jerry, who gets the nod?
Yeah, I'm going Jonathan Taylor as well. I mean, I said it in our chat the other day. The Bucs just don't run the ball. I mean, when they do, it's few and far in between. So, I mean, performance-wise, you got to go Jonathan Taylor because the Colts are a run-first team.
Rod?
Man, y'all got to keep it real, bro. That's why I'm on the show. If you add Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones, don't equal Jonathan Taylor, bro. No.
It's not quite there.
No. Because the dude is beasting beyond the regular beast. He's right there with Derrick Henry. Other than the big super stiff arm, the dude is a problem. He is a problem. So, hey, I love me some Rojo. and I love me some Leonard Fournette, but not even close.
Right on. And I'm sure we know where you're going with this, but we'll let you speak your piece. Where you guys leaning? Who gets it on your opinion?
Taylor all day. Just because of the volume. He's going to get the volume. He's going to get 25 carries. He's going to run for 110 yards. And he's going to put on a show for y'all again. Right. Brady off the field. Brady going to drink a lot of Gatorade Sunday.
Nah, we drink avocado tequila, baby.
There you go. Even better. So he can throw it to Isaiah
one
Rodgers.
One shot before the game.
Again, you need some meat to buy him because he's about to
This next grouping is going to be a little closer than most people think. We're gonna throw all the wide receivers in together here. We got Buck legend son Michael Pittman Jr., T.Y. Hilton, and my little Pascal going against Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and we won't even put an AB out there because he's not definite. We'll go with Scotty Miller. In my opinion, I still gotta give the nod to the Bucs on this, and here's why. Tom Brady's just a better quarterback. I mean, if Tom Brady plays mistake-free, that's going to be hard to deal with having that many options to throw the ball to. So I'm just leaning barely, not even a big leaning barely to the Bucs on that one. Where you at, Jer?
I'm going to lean even heavier on the Bucs on that one, just because it kind of goes back to the subject of the running backs. The Bucs are a pass first team, and you see it all the time. They'll just march down the field. I mean, yes, it's Brady, so he's dropping off 2-yard passes all day, but in turn, the Bucs receivers are going to have more output than I feel the Colts receivers just because of that. If you look at defense, I think the Colts have an easier day because they're going up against the lighter secondary, but I think the Bucs receivers take it.
All righty. Rodzilla, where you got us?
Well, one thing about this game, the Colts better learn how to pass. Because if they're going to lean on the run game, first of all, run game ain't going to beat it after the second quarter. They're going to be forced to pass. So I like the Colt receivers. Even with AB out, I still got to go to the Bucs for the simple fact that the guy who's throwing the ball sees the cover shell, takes what you give him. You go single high, he's going to hit you up top. He's just the smarter of the two quarterbacks, and it makes the receivers look a whole lot better. Whereas Wentz, not so much. I mean, that's like I said, I'm keeping it real on the show. That's what it do. All right, Lucci, what you got?
Yeah, good stuff. So I'm gonna let y'all know. Brady knows the Colts. We've played him so many years, so many times. So that's going to be the biggest person that got a challenge, that has the challenge in the Colts organization, is going to be our offensive coordinator, because they're going to have to come up with ways to take him out of his game, because Brady is going to see what's going on. He's been there so many times. Like I said, he's on an 8-game winning streak, beating us 8 times in a row when he was with the Patriots. So I'm really anxious to see the game script on how they come at Brady. But like you said, the Bucs do have a better receiver core, and I would never side with them. But I think that T.Y. might have a game coming to this Sunday.
He's been a little quiet.
He's been
how many games has he played recently in a row? Because I know he's been out with injury. I mean, I'm not taking a shot. I'm interested.
No, he's been struggling with injuries, but he's healthy. He's back, and I believe that I'm hoping you guys don't plan on him and you put all your attention on Pittman, who, by the way, his dad played for the Bucs.
He did.
But
we're well aware of that.
But I just learned that today, actually. But that's cool. Pittman is going to get all the attention, obviously. So I'm looking for Ty to have a big game. We need somebody else. We need
You know
somebody
you know what's crazy about this is I think Carlton Davis will be eligible to return in 2 more days. So by Thursday, the Bucs can activate him or push him to the active roster. Coming off a tear, high quad strain, I think it was. I don't think it was an actual full-on tear. I don't know if he plays, but if he does play and if he is healthy, that's going to give the Bucs a lot of help covering T.Y. Hilton, who just takes the top off of defense. I mean, Pittman's your tall receiver. He's kind of like Mike Evans-esque, in my opinion, where he's going to go up, box you out, and go get the ball.
And then fall down?
No, Pittman's a runner, bro. He's like a damn deer.
I'm sorry. I hate Mike Evans.
I know you do. So here we go.
The yak, baby.
Tight end.
Yak.
Tight end. Rob Gronkowski against Doyle. Doyle's not a slouch tight end. He doesn't offer you what Gronk does just because Gronk and Brady have so much chemistry, just because Gronk is such a good run-blocking tight end. I'm not saying he's as good as some of the tight ends you see in like San Francisco or Kansas City, but Gronk is a solid blocking tight end. Don't sleep on him. The man can work the middle of the field. He can definitely beat his own. In my opinion, Gronk gets the nod. And you got Cameron Brate right behind him. And O.J. Howard is somewhere. He might be in Iowa right now. We're still looking for him.
He's hanging out with Kyle Trask.
He did have a catch.
They're playing foosball in the locker room.
But my opinion, we're going to lean it to the Bucs. Got to lean it to Gronk.
Yeah, I agree with that just because of Gronk's presence in the red zone. I mean, I've said it on weeks past, and you can't match his ability to post up in the red zone and get that touchdown. Our whole Titan room is better.
He meant tight end. You know what he meant.
Oh okay.
But I get you.
Yeah. I think just from that alone, I mean, it's huge. It's huge. So, Rod, what do you got?
He was using voice to text. That's why I said that. That's my guess. But Doyle is a good tight end. Really good tight end. Definitely upper half. He's been receiver for a few quarterbacks, and they've used him great. But you got to give it to Gronk. He's always. It seems like he's always open. And even with his double coverage, it seems like when he runs down the field, there's someone. It's like a lion being tackled by hyenas. The way the guys try to swarm and hang, and they're just hanging on him, dude. True. He's still moving. He's still walking.
Discovery Channel too much, man.
I was gonna say,
dude, like Lion King, bro.
I knew you were gonna go there. I was just gonna say, I've been watching Lion King with the kids too much. So who you giving the nod to, Gronk?
Oh yeah, go on with Gronk, 100%.
All right. I hate this finger point stuff. I can never get it right. Lucha, you're right, brother.
It's on this guy.
Feel free to jump in.
So, like I said earlier, Gronk was the only person on your team that I'm worried about, just because everybody all over TV, that's Brady's safe goat. That's his safe goat. Well, you're going to see that Sunday. You're going to see that in full force because that's the only person he's going to be able to go to Sunday.
You know what? I like this guy because he's got that WWE mentality. You can say what you want to, brother. You can do what you want to do.
Did you see Rod showing off that he figured out right now? That's all that was.
Jack Doyle's the man. He's a better blocker, but Mo Alley Cox is the one that you got to worry about in the red zone. We throw it up to him. He's taking it down. That's Big Mo TDs. And he don't get a TD coming this game.
Bucs gave up a touchdown to a tackle last week. I can't talk trash.
When
Big Mo
Doyle catches a pass, do you guys put up a video? You guys put up a video of Billy Madison. It just goes, Jack Doyle rules.
I love the 2 tight end set because that's Big Mo all day end zone.
Let's go offensive line. Now, I've been given
including left tackle.
No, I've been giving Donovan Smith. He's been grading out pretty well last couple of weeks. But heck, Colts offensive line is stout. They're pretty solid. The Bucs haven't given up a sack, and I think they said something like 8 quarters until they gave up the sack to
they're
the
playing
fourth
high
quarter
school
with Blaine
teams on their
Gabbert.
tough schedule.
But
yeah, Blaine Gabbert came in. Everybody said, "Okay, we ain't got to block anymore."
dude, Blaine Gabbert came in and got plastered like the third play. He got hit pretty hard. But like I was saying, 2 different types of offensive lines. The Bucs are built to pass. They're built to give time, whereas the Colts are built to just start construction. They're going to open up holes. They're going to push people around. Having said that, I got to give them a push here. I don't think either team really has the advantage up front on the offensive line. Not putting them against the defense line, just saying up front, they're both solid offensive lines. Bucs are rated a little higher, but different type of team, different type of design. I'm going push. Quentin Nelson's a man amongst boys.
He was with that before he even came into the league.
Yeah. Jer, where you leaning? I got to push.
I'm going to disagree there. I'm going to give the nod to the Colts. I mean, if you got a leading rusher like that and he's consistently knocking off yardage on every carry, that's huge. That's going to wear down. I mean, I don't care if you guys are stopping him for 2-3 yards a gain. It's going to wear you down.
4 3-yard plays equals a first down.
Exactly. And you know, when you look at the O-line against the competing D-line, I just think that, you know, in pass protection, I think Buckner, former Niner, is going to come and give the Bucs some problems, and just for that alone, and then the rushing game.
Buckner's a beast, but he doesn't finish too well. He's only got 4.5 sacks this year. I mean, granted, it's from the defensive tackle position, but it's still just 4.5 sacks. Not saying the Bucs are doing much better because the Bucs aren't finishing either, but 4.5 sacks isn't anything to really be fearful of.
Just saying.
I got you. You're going Colts?
My opinion, man. I'm going Colts.
Rod?
Yeah.
Offensive line.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, Mike, both teams have 2 different types of offensive lines. The Bucs offensive line specializes in pass protection and not necessarily run blocking, whereas the Colts offensive line is just the opposite. And looking at how both offensive lines function for what they do, I have to give the nod to the Colts. First of all, I'm a little salty because I wanted Quentin Nelson. I'm running around work like, dude, we got to get Quentin. Dude, that dude's his highlight reel on YouTube is 100 plays. It's 10 minutes, 11 minutes long. All he's doing is pancaking folks.
So what do you actually do at work? Watch YouTube videos or
running out there?
On the podcast.
I try to go to podcast for an hour. But yeah, I give the nod for what they do, for what each team does, and it's close. It is close. But I give the slight nod to the Colts offensive line.
Fair enough. I think I know where you're leaning. I'm not even really going to ask, but go ahead.
When y'all running back run for 5 touchdowns, gets 5 touchdowns.
5.
He had 5.
Yeah, he had 5.
Got me 53 points this week. You know what's funny? He got me 53 points, and I'm benching him next week because ain't no damn way I'm letting him score points for me in fantasy football.
I couldn't trade him Brady for him. Hey, no, real talk though. Q was a little banged up though. I think I don't know.
He's listed as questionable, but it's Tuesday,
right? And the last time we played him, he didn't play.
Questionable on a Tuesday means Mike is going to be playing unless something comes along Wednesday and Thursday. But they're not going to practice more than likely Thursday. If they do, it's going to be a walkthrough early practice. let them spend some time with their families. I'm thinking. I know that's what BA is going to do. I don't know how. What's that? It's backup quarterback's name. That's a coach now. Reich, right? I don't know how he's going to conduct it, but you give him Thursday, it helps him heal. I mean, you give him that time, it's good for your mental well-being. What's that?
You called him a backup coach, right?
No, backup quarterback.
Backup coach.
But
Super Bowl coach. I think be honest, guys, I think it's going to be a tougher match than you think. I don't think it's going to be no high scoring affair. I believe it's going to be a defensive grind out. It's going to be a lot of 4 and outs, maybe a lot of field goals. You don't know, but it's going to be.
I hate kickers.
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be somewhat close. I think the Bucs are. Well, I know we're going to do score predictions later, but
we'll get there.
It's going to all depend on the Colts and how well they're able to move the ball on running the ball. Period.
So we got 3 people giving the advantage to the Colts offensive line. I don't think this is the first time that's ever happened where.
And then you're wrong. Yeah.
I'm not wrong. I just gave a push.
It's an opinion.
I honestly think this is the first time that's happened, though. Even when we had the dude from the Dolphins on, first time it's ever happened. But now let's go defense. This should be quick. We'll run through the defense pretty quick. We'll get to Nostradamus here in a little bit, and then we'll round out the show. Unfortunately, Big James Cannida, Big Game James has had some technical issues with his computer. He had to move rooms, and for some reason he can't get on today. I do apologize. I know we had talked about that, especially with him being a Buck and a Colt. They would give us some good insight, but unfortunately he's having difficulties. But let's – he's in the studio, it says. Oh, there he is.
Uh-oh.
Let's bring him in for this. Give me
All
one
right.
second.
Bring him in.
Big James.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right, how are you?
Man, I apologize, man. Our house has been invaded for Thanksgiving, and I can't make it to my normal setup and spot.
No, I feel you.
No, that's
Hey,
what's
brother,
up.
I need to get that mashed potato recipe you were talking about on your
on the last show.
Yeah, I need that.
Hey, my mom told me I left an ingredient out too, but I'll make sure I'll send it to you, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. I promise.
My brother. So I don't know if you know who the guy to your to share on the bottom of the screen, because I can never figure out if it's left or right or left on the dang monitors. But yeah, over there. That is Lucha Blue and his son Lil E. They're the Colts fans of the year.
That guy down there. There he is, right there.
Hey, that luchador mask is off the chain. I need that.
Brother.
I need that in my life right now. That's
One of a kind.
It's
One of a
clean.
kind.
I like it.
So I look like there's 2 of them.
So we're
It
getting
strikes fear. It strikes that fear because y'all gonna see this all the rest of the week.
What's good about having a luchador mask is when you leave the stadium, you can take it off and no one knows who you are after that loss. So let's get into the defensive line.
Wow.
See how quickly I just threw that
Put it
out.
like this. If we
Love
win, you wear my mask for a week.
We'll do that. We'll do that. So
Yeah.
James, we're getting into your position of expertise. We're going through who we think has the nod. I know you've been on the show in the past, so you might have an idea of what we're doing, but we just go position group by position group and decide which team has the advantage, disadvantage in that specific area. Not against who they're facing, but who has the advantage. Now, you're a defensive lineman, so I'm going to kick it to you first. With the Bucs, you've got a pretty stout run defensive line, but they're going against the Colts, who have a pretty stout defensive line themselves. I'm not sure how much you watch of either team, but who do you think has the advantage with the defensive line? Keep in mind they're saying Vita's playing.
Okay, I hate the way TV broadcast a football game because it doesn't show the line enough for me when I'm watching the game, opposed to how we watch it in the film room, be able to get that tight and wide copy to really see how to get after it. It's like paying to the action. But I heard you guys mention Buckner a few minutes ago, and I have conversations with all my 49er friends, just still mad to this day that they let one of the best defensive players in the league go.
Jackpot.
And he is a monster up front. And then I cannot even remember the guy that plays the end for the position, but the Colts are really solid up front, and I don't think they get enough credit for what they can do in their run game. But they get after the quarterback very well. So, I love our D-line to death, but to me right now it's a toss-up going into this game because the one thing Brady hates is pressure, and I think the Colts will be able to put a little bit more pressure on him than he's seen all year.
That's what I'm afraid of, honestly. You know how I feel about Donovan Smith. It's not a secret.
Yeah, you let that be known every time I tune in, man. But
I was trying to get a video of it last night. There was a play where they ran up the middle, and he was literally like 5 yards back off the play by himself, down on a knee, like watching the pile go. And I was like, "What is he doing?"
He's grading out really well this year, though. I mean, I don't know if that's.
I was getting ready to take up for Donovan Smith and make Mike upset and get him a little riled up, but I think I'm gonna wait a second.
Luckily, Buckner plays the opposite side, so you're not going to see Donovan Smith against Buckner. You're going to see him going against our road grader. I mean,
or do they move around?
Buckner plays not exclusively left defensive tackle, but pretty much exclusively left defensive tackle. He plays A's and B's quite well, though, and he's good at plugging the gaps. I mean, I know you're a wide receiver, Jerry, so I don't know how much you pay attention to actual defense or was a wide receiver.
I know defense. You have to know defense to be good at offense. That's how it works.
You don't deal with much line play. But anyway.
Yeah. We just draw a line for the line.
I'm giving the nod. I'm giving the nod to the Bucs. I really want your guys' opinion on this, just because if Vita's back, I don't think you're going to be able to run as much as you think you're going to be able to run. But, I mean, the Colts are solid. James, do you think either team really has an odd there or has an advantage? Or
I think it's about evenly matched. And I know I was sitting here listening while y'all were talking about the offensive line, and I know they said some of the Colts guys are banged up. I really think it's just going to come out to what offensive line is healthier to slow down the defensive line. I think both fronts for both teams are going to have success slowing things down. And like Lucha Blue said, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think so at all. And we have to just pray that Taylor can't have the game that he had last week. And, the way the league has worked this year, you come out one week and have 5 touchdowns, and next week you might barely get 50 yards. I'm hoping he barely has 50 yards this week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he didn't get those yards by himself. Those guys opened up holes for him. Right. They ran very well, and he's a patient, smart runner. In that game, he looked like the running back that was up for the Heisman earlier in the season, his last year at Wisconsin. And then he kind of had injuries. People kind of slept on him, and next thing you know, it's like, bam, hit you in the mouth. He's back doing what he does well. And if he can run, Carson Wentz is in heaven because he doesn't have to do much. And he's a game manager. He's not going to just kill you with the great passes. So our defense is going to have to be on fire to win this game, and it starts up front. But we have the bodies to do it. But the same thing, the Colts have the same bodies on the other side of the ball, just in different spots.
Right on. Jerry, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think a lot of it's going to come down to, what's the score at the end of the first quarter? Because, if the Bucs can come out and score quick like they have in other games, then, that forces the Colts to be one-sided, and now you start, lopsiding the game on predictability of what the defensive line can do. And, I mean, like you said, if the Bucs or if the Colts can get to Brady and upset him and get in his head, we've seen it before. He turns into a different player, and that's going to be big. If they start getting pressure, it's going to be big. And like I said, it depends on that score, because if one team becomes one-dimensional, that's it. If the Colts are forced to pass, they have to abandon that run game. Now you've kind of weighted the scales the opposite direction of which way they'd want them to be. So in terms of who gets the nod, it's hard, man. If the Colts come out and can pound the ball and wear down that defense, then I'd give the nod to the Colts. just because they're they can rush against Brady. I think they're going to get in more than the Bucs are going to be successful stopping the run, honestly.
Right on.
So we got Rod.
I have a question for my man Lucha down low. Do the Colts use a fullback or some type of lead blocker of any sort when they run?
Not all the time. Almost never.
Okay. Well, that is probably the most important factor of how well you're going to run. Because this defense has shown when I forget what team we played had a fullback or lead blocker, couldn't stop the run at all. Because the lead blocker will get into the second level of the defense and take out Devin White, who's trying to come through the hole, and then the guy just runs wild. I forget what team it was, but I think a big key for you guys to run well is not necessarily the offensive line, because the offensive line is great. But if you have a lead blocker, that's going to cause all kind of problems for the Buccaneers, because it has this year. It's like I said, I can't remember what team it was, but since you don't, I still think defensive line wise, it's going to be close. I would say probably the Colts defensive line going to have a little bit better success, just a little bit.
Right on.
This is going to be close, bro.
Lucha, my friend, what are your thoughts?
Well, we got Big Q that could run and get to any spot at any given time right after the snap. You guys watch how we play. Q basically is our lead blocker. He gets to the spot, and he makes that hole, and they hit it. And Taylor's always one step away from going all the way. But it's like you said, we do a lot of blocking with our tight ends. So, and like I said, Doyle's a hell of a blocker, and we got an awesome offensive line. But it's going to be close. It's going to definitely be a dogfight. I think it's definitely a dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the game of the week. I'm telling my guys, everybody at work, everybody I talk to, definitely the game of the week. You better not miss this game.
So
you don't think that Bears-Lions game is going to be a real thriller?
It will be, actually. That game's going to be close.
Hey, believe me, being up this way and all the Bears fans around me, I do not mind giving them everything they deserve.
So you go linebacker, right? Leonard is an absolute stud.
Right.
I mean, I can't even say the guy's names. O'Keefe, is that how you say it? Oh, the middle linebacker.
O'Keefe.
Okay, is that what it is?
Oterro.
Oterro. There you go. Yeah. That's it.
Karaoke.
Dude has 93 tackles already this season.
All over.
Dude,
He's all
balling.
over. You got two really good linebackers right there.
Yep.
And Franklin isn't really a slouch either. But you are going against the likes of Levante David, Devin White, Shaq Barrett, JPP. Both JPP and Shaq Barrett aren't really linebackers, in my opinion.
Hybrid ends, yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if Devin White comes to play like he's came the last 2 weeks, it's going to be hard to pick a better linebacker duo in the league than the Bucs. Levante David really didn't show up last week, but he does the little things during the game that make the difference in the end. I'm expecting a big game from both Devin White and Levante David just because the way that the Colts like to run the ball. But I'm going to say I'm going to go push here again. I mean, the Colts are solid. They're not a bad team, and I can't believe I'm doing this because usually I'm accused of being a homer, always picking the Bucs. But I'm going to go push with the linebacker core.
I feel like you're right. I mean, it's easy to say push on that because you look at what the Colts have on the side of the ball, and I think Darius Leonard is one of the best players in the NFL, not just even in Indianapolis. He hands down can get after, and you like watching him play. But at the same time, I put my kids' college fund on the linebackers that play for the Buccaneers as well, though. You know what I'm saying? I can't pick against those two guys in the middle at all.
Right.
And they play like gangbusters. And you can go back to the Washington football team game. For 3 quarters, they did what they're supposed to do, and all of a sudden they couldn't get off the field in the fourth quarter. You're like, what the heck happened?
Right.
So I'm still, to me, you can say, because like I said, I played for both teams. I like the linebacker play on both squads today, but I'm going to give the edge to the Buccaneers just because I think they might have a little bit more nasty in them, just a smidget, just a smidge.
Right on, Jared.
I'm with you. I think it's going to be a push, and again, it's going to come down to the gameplay. You know, how's the game going, and what is each team doing?
Right on.
I'm not sure how much the Colts blitz or how well those guys are in pass coverage, because they're definitely going to have to be playing pass coverage against the Bucs. But yeah, I mean, they got some studs, so we'll see how well the Bucs linebackers do against stopping that run and filling the gaps. I mean, like we said at the beginning of the show, man, this is immovable force, or how does that saying go? Unstoppable force hits a movable object.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's this game in a nutshell. So
right on.
We'll see. I got to say push, though.
Rod, I know where you're leaning, but go ahead and say it.
It's going to be the tandem of 54 and 45.
Get live
45. I mean, hey, it's not to say that, you know, their linebackers aren't good or close to being good at all. They have very good linebackers. But when it comes to splash plays and the way these two guys are playing lately, I have to give it to the Bucs linebackers.
Right on. Lucha Blue. It's on you, Lucha Blue.
Well, we got a guy called a Maniac. Yeah, he got a bad ankle right now, but that don't stop him. I don't know what he's on, but I want some of it, because that man is all over the place. And I'm telling you, I got a question. At the beginning of the season, the Bucs is kind of weren't they supposed to be ranked top 3 defense? Something.
No.
Top defense. Yeah. But
top 3 team, was it? I know run defense.
One of the top defenses. I mean, you guys got studs.
Yeah, they were bragging about it because you guys got everybody back, and you didn't. What the Bucs did is they got everybody back, and then they were like, "No, we're good in our secondary, so we're going to go out in our second round and we're going to draft a backup quarterback." And that's what they did.
But anyway. Lucha, man, where you leaning with this?
We got 25 takeaways right now. I think we're leading the NFL in takeaways. So
you are.
We ain't messing around, and I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to me a defensive play. It's gonna be something big that's gonna happen late third, maybe early fourth quarter. That's gonna turn that game around, and it's gonna come down to that. And it's gonna. I'm really hoping. I said it first. Isaiah Rodgers. Watch out for him. Either special teams, or if they put him in to cover CB, that man is going to make a play. That's my bold prediction for that's who's going to turn the game around.
Right on. And here we go. Depleted secondary. Finally getting healthy. Finally looking solid with SMB.
Jamal Dean's bionic arm.
Jamal Dean's one of the top-rated corners in the league right now, playing exceptionally well. Yeah, I know, right? But going against Yasin and Rhodes as your corners,
right?
Odom and Tendejo as your free and your strong. Antoine Winfield for the Bucs, Jordan Whitehead for the Bucs. Here it comes. Haven't said this in a long time. Bucs have the edge in the secondary. Week 1, quarter 1 was the last time that we could say that. I honestly feel like they're finally stepping back up into the role they need to be playing. Not saying that the Colts corners are slouches, but Rhodes isn't what he used to be. Roads aren't closed anymore when you're going against Xavier, and the Bucs have a lot of talent to be trying to cover.
There.
I'm gonna go.
Rodgers.
I'm gonna go advantage Bucs. Jared,
I'm also gonna go advantage Bucs just because of you look at who they're going against, right? And so the Colts secondary's got to lock down all them receivers that the Bucs have, including tight ends, and go up against Brady, who is gonna find the weak spot. I don't like the guy at all, but you can't deny the numbers. So I'm going to give the edge to the Bucs just from that alone. So,
Rod?
Yeah. I understand what Lucha was saying beginning of the year, and it wasn't the injuries that the secondary was kind of getting roasted, if you want to say that. This team has historically, within the past 3 or 4 years, no matter how well they finish the season, they start out the first few games just giving it up.
Right.
And this is the time of the year, and they have recently tightened up in the secondary, even with backups out there, and getting a new regulars back. I'd have to say I have to give a nod to the Buccaneers secondary.
Big Game James.
Yeah, it's funny saying this because almost every time I do a show and I mention the Buccaneers, I'll talk about us being depleted and beat up in the secondary. And so being one of the first times, like you said, since week 1, quarter 1, that you get everybody back on the field, able to come out and play together, it makes me feel a lot better about what we can do. And I think that I'm not overly scared of the receiving core of the Indianapolis Colts. You know what I'm saying? So I think our secondary will have an easier task at covering the Colts wide receivers than the Colts, vice versa, having to cover the weapons that we have on offense.
Right. Lucha Blue.
I think we're going to see a lot of high safety blitz coming from your squad just because of that, what he said about the receivers. Don't get no respect. But it's okay. That's why T.Y. is going to have a big game. But I give the edge to the Bucs. You guys do have a lot better receivers, but it's going to be a real big challenge for my defense. Super challenge, and they're going up against the GOAT. And I'm gonna tell you now, if you guys ever played sports, when you playing somebody who's the best, you try to play your best, irregardless, because it's gonna be, you're not gonna get that chance again.
Right.
When you're on this level, you're gonna see a different level, and that's what I'm expecting to see. A different level and a different conversation come Sunday night.
All I want to see is a good game. Bucs win Sunday. I mean, just a good game. That's all I want to see. Bucs win. And I mean, I'll be happy. So
I hope it's a tie.
Nah,
so
bro. I ain't paid for no tie.
It's time for us to put on our Swami hats, give a little homage to Johnny Carson. Probably too young to understand that, but time to play some Nostradamus, shall we? Nostradamus, we're going to give our picks. Who's going to win, who's not going to win, and let you guys all give your thoughts on it, and we'll just get out of here. Let James plug his Big Game Sports Buzz. I believe it's on Thursdays.
Yeah, right now we're Thursday nights on YouTube. Me and my boy Jay Stoggs, Big Game Sports Buzz, and we bring you we try to pick the hottest topics. It's crazy though, because by the time we get on air, things have changed about 3 or 4 times before we get on. And then, we always break everybody off with our top 5 topics. And we're working on the top 5 next week that I think everybody's going to like.
Yeah, last week's was pretty fun.
Yeah,
so what's your prediction, sir? I mean, I'd hate to put you on the spot. If you want to wait till your show, you can wait till your show. But
no, it's all good because we're actually off this week for the holiday since I got so much family in town. We shut it down. I think the Buccaneers are going to squeak this game out on the road, and we really, to get ready for these playoffs, we need to go out and get a road win now to start getting ready for that time of the year. But I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm going to go 17-14 Buccaneers.
Right on. Lucha Blue, what do you got, brother?
I think it's going to be it's definitely going to be a hard fought game. I'm definitely siding with my Colts. I think we're gonna hold them down. It's gonna be a defensive showdown at the end of the game when Brady tries to come back and win the game. It's gonna be 24-20 Colts.
Right on. That's not a bad score. Rod, where you leaning, sir?
Hey, send me out and bring me right back in. I had a call come in, so I can't hear you guys.
All right. Let me remove you. Jerry.
Hey.
What do you got this week, sir?
I hear what you're saying, Lucha, but if I were you, history says that you don't want Brady to be coming back on a last second drive. So I would advise against that wish. I do think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be low scoring, but I unfortunately, I think the Bucs are going to win 21-17.
Right on. And I guess Rod had to leave us. I don't know where he's at right now, but I'll give you my score prediction. We see the Bucs coming in, finally getting healthy, if you will. You got a secondary that could be getting Sean Murphy-Bunting back. I'm going to pause and let Rod give his thoughts, and then I'm going to close out the show with mine. So, Rod, what do you got this week?
For the game, it's going to come down to how well we defend the run. I think we'll do well. I think they'll protect Brady because they know how paramount that is. I'm going to take the Bucs in the close game. I'm going to say 21-17.
Right on. You and Big Game James pretty much have the same score.
I didn't hear what he says.
Well, I appreciate Lucha coming on the stream. You're welcome at any time, sir. Congratulations on being the NFL Fan of the Year for the Indianapolis Colts. I hope you guys enjoy that.
Big up on that, man.
Yeah, you'll get to watch the Niners in the Super Bowl.
Good stuff out there.
Anything you want to tell us in closing, or?
No, just thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, we appreciate you being here. Go Bricks.
Make sure y'all give me a follow. I like to see what you got down there, Buzz. Some of your predictions.
We're gonna see you at the tailgate.
Yeah. You guys come check me out at the tailgate. We're on the corner of New York and Summit. We tailgate 8:00 in the morning. We're there. Like I said, I get in the stadium early.
Right on.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
You guys are out there. It's gonna be cold, but I'm out there. We have a good time. It's gonna be a good.
Right
game.
on, sir. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna kick you in the lobby. You can stay and listen to the show, or you're welcome to just go.
All right, Lucha.
Your family, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.
All right, have a good one.
Big Game James, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, man, I'm sorry for all the difficulties, man. And like I said, thanks always for tuning in, checking everything out like you always do, and having me on. Let me speak a little bit of my 2 cents about what I think is going to happen this week, man.
Well, we appreciate you, and definitely check out Big Game Show on Thursdays. It's on YouTube. I always post it at the KREWE fan page, so definitely check them out.
Appreciate you.
James, I appreciate you coming on.
Good stuff, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving, sir. Enjoy time with your family.
Thank you. You guys do the same. Have a great Thanksgiving, man.
We'll see you, man.
Give me that recipe. All right, y'all. My prediction, 28-17 Bucs. I don't think it's
really.
I do. I don't think
I think it's gonna be closer than that, man.
I like his prediction better than mine.
I think the Bucs are gonna get 2 stops, and those 2 stops are gonna be big. I mean, you get 2 stops, holding the field goal.
Yeah. I mean, if they can make the Colts one-sided and abandon the run, the game might get out of hand. Honestly.
Right on. But yeah,
that's gonna be set early. That's for sure. As long as we don't start shooting ourselves in the foot early, then okay, the game can go on. But if they start off the first drive with a false start, OJ Howard, or holding 1st and 20, this is going to be a long game.
Or a sack fumble with Donovan Smith.
Anyway, having said that, 28-17 Bucs. If you are going to Indy, please stop at BUCCAHOLICS.org. We have the Armada II invasion coming to Indy. We'll also have a meet and greet Saturday night. I unfortunately won't be there. Barry won't be there. Rod won't be there. But Wisconsin captain Kirk Lasik will be holding festivities down there Saturday night. We'll be at the tailgate Sunday. I'll be shooting Lucha Below a text here probably later on the week to find out directions and that and how to get there. Having said that, go Bucs. We'll see you guys Sunday live from the tailgate with the NFC Roundtable.
We go get them, baby.
Later, all.
All right, later.